Carl from Badger TV, join with DT and Bally post Skegness defeat. I'll come to you first, DT. Give you a breakdown.
Gutted, to be honest with you. Gutted. I don't think we deserved to lose the game on a balance of play. I thought it was a cagey first half. Two sloppy goals conceded again. But sort of, we had a chat at half time, and the things that we asked them to do, they did. Thomas scored a great second goal again, and for large parts of it, I thought there was only going to be one side that was going to go on to win it. To be honest with you, I think other than the winner, I don't think they got in a half. To be fair, I think it was on top without really threatening any clear cut chances. I think Tomo's had half a chance with a volley, and Madders put a great ball in, and it's hit their lad and gone the other side of the post, which is a bit unlucky. But yeah, there's some real frustrated, and things have been said. It's pretty much a carbon copy of the goal we conceded against Belper, which is probably the biggest disappointment for us. Is that we've obviously looked at the video, spoke to the lads, and we're still not switched on enough and learnt from it. So yeah, I think we're probably not that we're conceding, that we're probably not going to make the playoffs, but we've given ourselves now a real mountain to climb to get in that top five. So yeah, gutted for I'm really disappointed and gutted that we've not taken anything from the game. But football, got 10 games left. I think got to get together. Morale's down a little bit at the moment, so that's our job to pick ourselves up, pick the lads up, come in on Wednesday, work hard, and then prepare for Deepin next Saturday.
Bally, coming to you. Thoughts post match?
Very much the same. It's frustrating. Seem to just be repeating ourselves after games with sloppy goals conceded again. We just said in there that's not a defensive thing. So I thought the back four was really good today after a shaky first 10-15 minutes. It's absolutely not on Willow, the keeper. I feel a bit sorry for Willow, to be fair, because if you look on paper, we've conceded a hell of a lot of goals, but you can probably, apart from last Saturday, probably the only time he's been at fault for one. There's literally nothing he can do, so I feel really sorry for the lad. But it's a group thing. I don't know what it is. There's got to be an answer out there, obviously, because there is one. That's for me and him to try and figure out what we do and how we stop conceding the goals we're conceding, because all 3 goals came from throw-ins today, and then one was after, I think it was a minute and 2 seconds or something again, and it's just, maybe it's on me and him, and we're not preparing properly, maybe, and there's something maybe me and him need to look at in the warm-up with that. But the last couple of minutes, it's just a lack of, a little bit of lack of communication, a little bit of lack of responsibility for your own job, I think, and a lack of game management. Like I said, it wouldn't bother if we bought 11 players back and was like, right, we'll just defend this throw in, there's 30 seconds left and we'll just do that, which we didn't do. But yeah, it's another frustrating one, Carl, and there's a lot of questions again that me and him need to try and get our head around and figure out how we stop it happening, because it can't continue to happen.
Is it a case that the defence seemed to switch off during them last vital few minutes of a game?
It's not a defence thing, it's a collective. I think it obviously is, because we're conceding a lot of goals in the last couple of minutes, but it's not. It's the same goal probably 3 times today, and then it's the same goal, like I said, at Belper. So don't want to dig people out, because obviously we know we're not allowed to do this on this channel, Carl. But yeah, so it's not a defensive thing, it's a collective.
So let's try and take a look forward. Obviously training on Wednesday night. What are going to be the key aspects, DT, on what you're working on Wednesday night?
I've just said to the lads out there, it's a disappointment, but we can't dwell on it. Like, listen, nobody's getting paid thousands of pounds to come here, and as I said to you a couple of weeks ago, we need to make sure that people actually want to come here, training and games, and enjoy it. Yeah, losing is disappointing, it hurts, but we can't change today's result now. The game's gone, so we need to look at Deepin. We need to look at how we're going to set up, because I think we changed the shape slightly second half, which made us look a bit more comfortable, sort of reverted back to what we've previously been playing at the start of the season. So we've got a lot to talk about, between myself, Koke, Sachs, Bally, Marshy. So yeah, it's a bit of a debrief, and then it's about preparing for Saturday and seeing if we can get a result. And listen, there's a lot of football. There's a lot of points still to play for. We're not, by any stretch of the imagination, we're not going to give up until it's mathematically impossible for us to get in the playoffs. And that's what I want from the lads. It's a massive game. It's a disappointment. We've given ourselves a mountain to climb, but it's not impossible. So it's down to us now to get smiles back on faces, get morale back high, get back into good habits, and try and start winning games quickly. And then we'll see where we're at come April. I said I think we've got 10 games left. That's 30 points that's available, so we'll try our best to get as many of them as possible.
Yeah, Bally, coming to you, the season's not over by far, right? Is it a game-by-game approach now? And like you say, just getting that good feel-good factor back around the place.
Yeah, exactly. Stranger things have happened than people have clawed back a 7 point. Obviously, at 7 points, we've got a game in hand. We've got a relatively kind month coming up. So nothing, like I said, until it's mathematically impossible, it's not in our nature to just stop trying and stop playing good, entertaining football to try and get us back in that playoff position. So it's a game by game. See what happens. People will drop points once it gets as long as we stay in and around that group as close as we can, and so that we're applying pressure, because people will be looking over their shoulder. But what we can't do is just give up and allow that gap, because then they'll just cruise through games. There's a lot of experience in them teams above us. Like today, they've brought Metz on last couple of minutes. He's played with Metz a long time, and against him, so he's played at a very good level, and he's got a lot of know-how. So they'll know how to grind out results. They'll know how to go and get in playoffs and be successful towards the back end of season. So it's on us to make sure that we're still in and around, and we're still people are still talking and worrying about us coming up behind them.
On that note, DT, thanks for fronting the camera. Bally, thank you for fronting the camera. We move on to Saturday. Cheers, lads.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Saturday.